Sarah Robles now, 2017 world champion. Coming out. You know, we're going to get to the point, if Park Hye-jeong does win this, there will be 4 world champions in this category.
Yeah, wow. This is a stacked session.
145. Something I noticed of Sarah in the training hall, she seems to have switched back to the split jerk.
Yeah, she was.
For a while she switched to power jerking. Let's see what she does today. Yeah.
Yeah.
It looks stronger, I think. I don't know why she went to the power jerk. I wonder if she had a... You know, sometimes if an athlete has a little bit of a lower back issue, they might switch to the power jerk, but...
Yeah.
Whatever the reasons, you know, she's certainly back split jerking now.
Yeah, we've seen that happen before. We've seen athletes move from one to the other. Probably the most famous example, that is her, well, not her coach, but Mr. Piros Dimas back there. Right. He used to split jerk up until...
you meant Tim Swords.
Up until, you know, I think it was after, I want to say after Barcelona.
Yeah.
He went to the power jerk.
Speaking of Tim Swords, I spoke to him in the training hall.
As one does.
As one does. He's a larger man.
Yes.
Yeah, he's very tall, ex-football player, and he told me the inconvenience that he had at the airport coming here. He told me about this epic run that he had to make to catch the flight, and I think after a while I realized it was maybe 100 yards or so. But he described it as though he'd just run this marathon.
Well, Tim has the ability to stretch out any story to be an epic. It's an Iliad.
Great fun to talk with.
He really
training
is.
hall. He's seen a lot of weightlifting, got a lot of great stories.
All right, Bezos 146 now.
She wants to get as big a clean and jerk as she can to make the most of such a strong snatch session.
Wow, right into the jerk. That's a comfortable lift for her. A little forward on the clean. She's going to struggle with that.
But did you see how narrow her feet were in the dip?
She takes her time.
Very slow walking off the platform there.
Still just now getting off the ramp.
I guess if she's following herself.
It's a smart move, actually.
Or maybe she and Sarah have said to each other, look, we're going to be going back and forth for a while.
Yeah.
Why don't we walk off slowly and then we'll get a little bit longer.
We're in this together here. Let's...
You know, we're not going to get medals, so let's just...
No one needs to be a hero here. Let's do what we can to
slow this down. The issue is these loaders are just... They're a bit too fast.
It is a bit interesting. We know that, you know, we've commented this before, but the 2-minute clock, the 1-minute clock, regardless of the weight on the bar, you know, if you're a 49 kilo doing a 100 kilo clean and jerk versus a 150 kilo super doing a 150 kilo clean and jerk, the same 1 minute feels a bit different to both those athletes. All right, so Abbas now at 148. She dropped down from 150, I believe.
Yeah, 151 is her best. She did that at the African Games 2019. More recently, actually 153 she made at the World Championships last year. That is her best.
Yeah, we also saw Sapai drop down from that 160 opener to 150. Smart moves. Really just stay in the pack.
Oh, a little off balance. Yeah, the oscillation, tough in the catch.
Oh, and a power jerk.
Very strong.
Yep, takes her time through all those different portions of the lift.
Yep, 3 white lights.
So 148 is what Robles has put in, but she'll probably bump from there.
Park Hye-jeong has put in 160. Young-hee 158. Mary Theissen-Lappen 153.
Yeah, I mean, Park could win this on her opening clean and jerk, potentially.
Well, Mary's going to want to take an attempt at the 167. I mean, they're here to medal, but they're here first and foremost to move ahead of Sarah Robles on the Olympic ranking list. And so 153 to 160 to 167, maybe they're putting in 7 kilo jumps. So Hye, as you mentioned, she put in 160, but
she
obviously dropped down. 157's her best, so that would have been a little bit unbelievable.
Yeah.
No, very strong. She was a bit forward on some of those snatches.
A big swing on the top of the clean.
Readjusts.
Oh, easy jerk.
Yeah, such a short step.
Yeah. Very powerful dip. Nope. One red in the center ref. It's hard for us to see exactly. Maybe it was a little bit soft.
Did look like she stared down that central ref after the lift, so maybe a retroactive red light there.
So Robles here at 150.
Yeah, she's clearly playing her, running her own race here. She knows she's not in shape to beat her best total. There's no point in her trying.
Very solid clean. Watch the split jerk here.
We'll see.
Yep, 3 reds.
Well, that's tough now because, as you've said, Max, you know, the 2-minute rest in this category is not so easy to handle. The recovery to come back out for the larger athletes.
So the next lift would be Cabezas. I guess we'll find out if they've got an arrangement here. If she bumps up, it would bring Robles back out immediately. Nope, she's taking it.
Is coming.
Yeah. That'll be good for Robles. She'll buy a little bit of time to recover.
Her best is 155 from the last World Championships. She totaled 275 there.
Just gets set, rolls it in, and goes. Better clean than the first. Right into the jerk.
Wow.
Easy lift for her.
So powerful overhead.
Yeah, very solid. She's got the possibility of making herself a nice total personal record here.
So a little bit of an update from the back room then. Wenwen, as we know, hurt her elbow and, you know, put on her tracksuits and is totally done. Sarah Robles apparently ripped her hand on her last snatch, so might be feeling you know, a little bit of pain in these clean and jerks. Young-hee actually, we don't know why she made 125 and then she sat down and started crying in the back room. Maybe something's hurting.
Oh, wow.
She's taken some painkillers to try and sort that. So it's a bit of a...
It's rough.
Yeah, it's been referred to as a bit of a ghost town in the back room. Only 7 athletes lifting. And...
I wonder if we'll see Young-hee actually come out. Robles' second attempt at 150. Easy clean on the last one, but a press out on the jerk. Again, solid clean. Looks to be better, but it's tough to tell, that right arm.
I think it's okay.
3 whites.
3 white lights on that one. Brilliant. Well, interestingly, that's also the weight that Mary from the USA just hit in the back room, and that looked very strong, particularly the jerk looking powerful. Hye-jeong just power clean and jerking, 135, warming up a little bit slower than the others. She's not going to be out for a few minutes. But, you know, you really do notice the speed of the session when there are only 7 competing athletes.
Yeah, it just starts to really pick up the pace. There's nowhere to hide, nowhere to rest.
No.
These athletes, yeah.
152.
She made 48 on her opener. An athlete who really takes a lot of time making sure everything is set before she goes.
Not quite as long as the Ecuadorian, but she's up there.
Better clean than the first one.
Yeah.
She does a power jerk.
Wow.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. I mean, she might have had a bit of trouble with her right elbow, but we'll yeah, she got 1 red for it.
1 red.
Jury look okay. They're not looking into it. So Mary Theissen-Lappen looking to be the next athlete out. 153. She told us she's had no injuries since Cuba. That was back in June. A little bit rough training earlier in 2023, but things have gotten much better.
Now 154 is loaded. This will actually bring out Sapai from Samoa. She made 150 on her opener. She's actually been waiting quite a while.
Yeah, she gets very forward in her lifts. Powerful, but
yeah.
You saw on that opening clean as well as in the snatches. You know, having to run a snatch out is one thing, but having to run a clean out,
yeah,
a little bit trickier.
Does not feel good.
That was much better.
Yeah. Very short, powerful dip. Just rockets that bar over her head.
Big smile straight away.
Yep.
You know, she managed to readjust quickly as well.
Oh, an interesting little blows the audience a kiss there.
Yeah. Yeah, the only other athlete I think I've seen do that is David Leety. He competes tomorrow.
Yeah. Okay,
well,
so
you know,
now
if you want to buy a bit of favor with the central referee, that's probably the way to do it.
155 here. This would bring out Cabezas. This would equal her best clean and jerk, I believe. Gives her a personal record total, though. She's got 271. This would give her 276. It does loop.
Well, 55 is her best.
Yeah.
But this, with that 1 kilo PR in the snatch, does give her a personal best in the total.
I'm not sure if those at home can hear, but the crowd for Ecuador, every one of them likes to say their piece to give her as much as they can.
They are vocal.
Yep.
She's got 5 seconds on the clock.
Oh, nice clean.
Oh,
wow.
Yeah. And she was screaming
lifting
before she jerked the weight.
What a great performance. 6 for 6.
Yeah.
Personal record total there. Personal record snatch, I believe, as well. 276 total. So Mary Theissen-Lappen has jumped to 156 as an opener.
Something that I was talking to Brian Oliver about at this, in fact, let's talk after this, because this lift is a very important opener now for Mary. course, she's made over 160 nationally.
Oh,
Good clean.
Very solid.
Watch this jerk.
Oh, strong.
Yeah.
Very nice. Now, she's passed her teammate, Sarah Robles, here in the total, but like we've talked about before, she needs a 167 clean and jerk to get ahead of Robles on the Olympic qualification list.
So what I was going to say, Max, is talk to Brian Oliver, who writes for Inside the Games, and he said, has any male lifter in an Olympic category in an A group gone 6 for 6 yet? At any competition during the qualifying period? And the answer is no, we think. Not just here. Any Olympic category, any male weightlifter, last 2 years, 6 for 6.
We don't won
think
or gone 6 for 6?
Just gone 6 for 6. That's it.
Well, surely someone's gone 6 for 6.
In the last 2 years. In an A group, in an Olympic category on the men's side. No.
Wow.
Yeah, we can't find anyone. Isn't that odd?
That's amazing.
Yeah.
That is just staggering, really.
Well, since the last World Championships, I mean. So when I say the last 2 years, what I mean is the last 10 months. So I'm overselling it there.
Yeah.
Since and including Colombia, we've not seen a 6 for 6, I don't think.
Including Pan Ams and Europeans and Asians, no. That is wild.
So what's the situation here now? Young-hee has just timed out of her opening attempt.
I have a feeling she's
going to withdraw. She's withdrawn. Wow.
That is a shakeup.
Well, so Mary is... She's medaling.
Yeah, Mary's medaling.
Mary's going to medal at her first senior world championships. Does Sarah have a chance? No,
she's already fourth.
Out, yeah. So this lift now will put Abbas into the lead. 277. This moves her up ahead of Cabezas. She tends to struggle a little bit more with the recovery in the clean. There's some tough oscillation when she catches the weight.
Yeah, just bounces off.
Looks a little painful.
Frustrated for sure.
Yeah, she knows that once Park Hye-jeong opens up, that
that's
third position that she's in is going to be gone. So I mean, you just wouldn't have, you couldn't have called it. You know, 3 of the 4 top athletes without a total. Lee Wenwen out, Park Sun Young-hee out, and then Emily Campbell not lifting.
Yeah, I mean, this session is probably the most surprising turnout so far. 157, Spaya, Samoa. Big swing forward, and it bounces off. Yeah, that bar coming out that far and falling that far down on the chest, just, it is so difficult to be secure with the weight after that happens. So now, Park Hye-jeong is the lifter at 158. She's lowered her opener. Smart move. This would all but secure. I mean, this is going to put her in first, but she'll be at very, very, very solid position to defend that gold after this lift. She'll have 2 attempts left, and she's a very strong clean and jerker. This moves her into the lead. Wow.
Oh, my
So
word.
strong.
So smooth.
That was the jerk.
It's
She's got to hold it.
I don't know if she's going to get
A little bit
given it.
soft. Yeah, that
Her right elbow.
didn't. Yeah, that's 2 reds.
Ooh.
Yikes! This session is really getting wild now.
There's a challenge. A challenge from the green team. On the referee's decisions for previous attempts.
So, I mean, this is really. I mean, what if she now misses all of her shots?
I mean, this would be wild. I would be surprised if she misses, but if you'd asked me what Lee Wenwen is going to do,
well, do you know it would be the top 4 ranked 87 plus 87s in the world
Yeah.
would be out. But of course, she's got 2 more attempts. I'm sure she's going to make one of these.
Yeah, that's absolutely crazy.
I mean, Mary Theissen-Lappen certainly in with a shot at the silver. That's for sure. You know, her next lift would do that. At which point she'll then take a massive jump. Wait. Okay, yeah, that is another. There was a little bit of a lag on the scoreboard there. It looked as though Park Hye-jeong had been re-given that opening lift, but of course that's not the case. She's going to be following herself.
So 158 stays on the bar. All right, 158 here, Park Hye-jeong.
She misses on her opener. If she makes it, she'll move straight into the lead.
Waiting for the buzzer. There it is. Again, very, very comfortable clean. She's got to stick this jerk. Is this the one?
Yes.
Yep. There it is.
It is the one. Now, go with me through this thought process here, Max. Just bear with me while I do this.
Yeah.
Park Hye-jeong now is at 282. To get ahead of that, Mary would need another 10 kilos. She need 166. But she needs 167 to move ahead of Sarah. Does she take the 67 to move up into the top of the world rank, top US in the Olympic rankings? Or does she do 166 to potentially become a world champion?
My bet would be on 67.
Yeah,
I think
same.
that's
Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, that's been their goal the whole time.
The carrot of going to the Olympics is a bigger draw than the carrot of winning the World
true.
Championships. I mean, of course, Park Hye-jeong could come out now and do 163 just to further that and not risk becoming...
Yeah. I mean, that would honestly be the smartest move for Park, to just put in another lift she can make.
Yeah, 163 would be... That would do it.
It's locked in, really.
So this lift for Mary will move her into silver, a guaranteed silver at the World Championships, before she likely takes an attempt to move ahead of Sarah in the world rankings.
Yeah, this is a huge lift for her. Silver medal at the Worlds.
She hasn't hit this lift on a international platform. I mean, she sort of did at the Pan American Championships, but it was taken away. Or Cuba, I think it was.
Good, clean.
Oh, it's better clean.
That looked to be a very solid jerk.
Wow,
as
this
well.
is her day in the clean and jerk.
Wow, huge total.
She could do
huge
it.
lift.
Despite going 1 for 3 in the
I mean,
snatch, she could get this third attempt to move ahead of Robles in these Olympic rankings.
with the day they're having right now, I see no reason why they wouldn't take that absolutely giant attempt at 67. You know, the danger of not doing it here when she's in this kind of shape is that you don't know the future. You don't know what kind of shape she'll be in as time goes on. Wow, so Park has asked for 165.
That might be a little heavier than I feel like
yeah,
she needs to bother with.
Might not be worth it. She might.
The thing is, though, that
She might be thinking that
Korea
Lappen's going to
doesn't
take.
know.
Yeah, she might be thinking Lappen's going to take something like 64.
and Korea doesn't know that Mary's real goal here is to move ahead of Sarah.
Yep,
They're probably
exactly.
not looking at the
No.
intra, country battle.
Lappen's called for 166 here.
Let me just confirm
double
that I have
check
got
it.
these numbers right.
That's not the right number.
283. Oh no, that is.
Yeah, that would be 283.
Yeah, 283. That's what
Yeah,
she needs. She
66
needs
is the
166.
number.
And then she'd get a gold in clean and jerk.
If Park makes this lift, most likely she is the world champion.
If she misses, then Mary's would also win.
Yep, she gets a one shot at Olympic qualification and being a world champion. Very
Easy
solid
clean,
clean.
as we'd expect.
That was the jerk. Is this it? Wow. Comfortable.
Surely.
That was just so
Yeah.
solid.
And Park Hye-jeong is
She's-
going to be the world
Yeah.
champion. Mary's
She's-
not going to take attempt for it.
No, she has no reason, no reason to take that
No.
attempt.
No,
Huge performance.
166 will be what Mary goes for. This, coupled with the 117, will be both an American record in the clean and jerk, but more importantly, it will be a 283 total to move ahead of the 282 that we saw from Robles, the World Championships last year. She'll become the 5th ranked weightlifter in this category in the world since qualifying procedure started.
She's going to walk away from this with a silver in the total, silver in the clean and jerk.
Well, it will be gold in the clean and jerk if she makes it.
Well, yeah, if she makes this, it's gold in the clean and jerk.
Yeah.
But also moves her ahead in the ranking list, potentially qualifying her for the Olympic Games.
Oh,
Good
she's just
clean.
up with it. This is it.
Whoa, she's
oh my
done it.
word.
She's
what
done it.
a moment. Did
That
she
is
get the
amazing.
lift?
Oh,
Oh,
3
no.
reds.
It's happened
And
again.
they used the challenge card up in the snatch as well. That is a shame.
They used it on the 121 from the side.
What a surprise. From our
looked-
perspective, that looked like a good lift.
From the front, we need to see a replay of what that looked like from the front, because from our angle, that lift was spot on. That was it. And they used it.
That is a crushing blow.
We're seeing an angle from the front here. Right elbow, maybe a little bit slow to lock out.
You know,
That is just devastating. We
an-
see Sarah.
absolutely
wow.
brutal call.
Good to see the two of them, hugging it out. Sarah understandably recognizes how difficult that must be for Mary.
You know,
For the second time in her career internationally, Mary's put the weight overhead that would move ahead of Robles, and they've taken it away from her.
Yeah, you know, it's really, it goes to show how absolutely challenging this kind of sport is. I mean,
That is devastating for her.
it has to be perfect, and it just was not enough for the judges this time.
Had she made the 121 snatch, all she would have needed was a 162.
Well, that's a great performance for her, though. Still, 277 is huge. If she snatches better the next time, she has time to pass that 282 total she
Well,
needs.
look at that. There's only 6 athletes who totaled here.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Wow. Okay, so before we get too carried away by the American system, the gold medal to Korea, to the junior Park Hye-jeong from Korea, 124, 165. She's lifted more in the past, but she didn't need to lift any more today. She defeats Wenwen, the most dominant weightlifter in the world from China, who failed to make a snatch and then, of course, withdrew. The silver medal to the USA, Mary Theissen-Lappen, 117, 160. Tragically called for a press out on her final attempt, which was everything that she needed to not just get a gold in the clean and jerk, but move above that woman on your screen there, Sarah Robles, in the Olympic ranking. Bronze to Ecuador, 155 she made on her third attempt at 276. I mean, this...
Wow.
You couldn't have predicted it. The only person there you might have predicted the medal would have been Park.
Yeah, for sure.
And then I think we'd have all probably put Young-hee even higher up, but it wasn't her day.
Yeah, I mean, a truly dramatic session, not at all what we expected. Usually this super session is quite predictable.
Yeah. And a lot of makes normally.
Yeah.
A lot of makes.
This was brutal.
It really was. Wow. What an end to the session. We have another session in 1 hour's time. It's men's plus 109s. Incredibly.
No, 109s.
Sorry, it's the men's 109s. Don't get your hopes up. Lashes tomorrow. But we still have an Olympic champion, 2 Olympic champions in this one, both from Uzbekistan, Akbar Jurayev and Ruslan Nuradinov. We also have Hristo Hristov from Bulgaria, one of the top snatchers in the world, as well as plenty other great lifters. So we'll be back in an hour for that one. We'll keep this going if you want to watch as Park Hye-jeong collects her gold medal. But from me and Max, we'll speak to you in an hour.